Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, teacher.
shall we start now?
Yes.
So yesterday we just finished about discussing the ideal job, right?
Yes.
So we'll match the jobs to the people in the pictures. So there are people in the pictures, and there are the vocabulary. So you have to match the vocabulary and the pictures. And there are also services has been given IST or ER, IC, ENT, IEN, and others endings. So in IST group,
Teacher.
uh,
Học hỏi thì sẽ ở ta thì sẽ ayan tu nghề sẽ học.
so can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes. Ready to shout?
A little bit.
I'm shouting right now.
A little bit.
Okay. So dentist. What is the picture? Dentist.
One.
One, yes. One, right? Dentist. So how about receptionist?
I think number 6.
Yes, number 6, receptionist. Number 6. And how about physiotherapist?
Physiotherapy. Number 8.
Number 8, yes. Number 8 is physiotherapist. How about pharmacist?
Number 9.
Number 9, yes, pharmacist. And doctor?
Number 2.
2. Driving instructor?
Number 20.
20, yes, 20. And cleaner?
How about instructor?
Sorry.
Number 5.
Driving instructor is driving instructor.
Oh, yes.
How about cleaner?
Cleaner number 5. 5.
Yes, 5. Firefighter. Firefighter.
There's no firefighter. Oh. Yeah.
Number 22.
22, right?
22,
22,
22.
yes. 22. And how about taxi driver?
21.
24.
Taxi driver is 24,
24.
right?
Yes.
24. And carpenter?
70.
17.
And plumber?
I did 18.
18, right? He is working with a pipe, so 18.
Yes.
And police officer?
Police officer 20.
23.
23, yes, police officer 23. Manager?
14.
14, right? 14. And waiter or waitress?
Number 11, 12.
11. 12.
Waiter and waitress, yes. And how about paramedic?
4.
4, yes, 4, paramedic. And car mechanic?
Mechanic.
13.
13,
13.
yes, 13. Shop assistant?
Shop assistant.
15.
15. And optician? Optician?
7.
7, yes, the one who has to test your eyes, that is optician. How about electrician?
16.
The 16.
He is working with the cables or something, so 16. Chef?
10.
10.
10. Engineer?
19.
19.
19.
Yeah. Nurse?
3.
3.
Traffic warden?
21.
21.
So these are the jobs, right? So is there any other vocabulary that concern with job apart from these words? apart from these words, is there any other words that you know concerned with job title? How about me?
Singer. Oh, teacher.
Teacher, right? Yes, singer, actor, actress, yes. And
Architect.
Shopkeeper.
architect, shopkeeper, yes.
Restoration.
Basti, what did you say?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Chemist.
Chemist, yes, chemist.
Researcher.
Baker.
Researcher, yes. And
How about professor?
profession. So actually these are our professions, right? Professional job.
No, professor. Probably that.
Profession.
Professor. Yeah.
Professor, tutor, teacher, right? Lecturer.
Mm.
So these are the job title, right? Okay. So we're gonna move to listening now. Listening 24. So listen to people talking about their work and what job do you think they do. So there will be like kind of like conversation. So you have to listen to their conversations and you have to decide what job they are talking about. Okay. So are you guys ready?
Yeah. Yes, Chair.
Track 24.
1.
You have to like people doing the job I do, and you have to be very patient, because sometimes the traffic's quite heavy and it takes a long time to get from A to B. But you do meet some interesting people. In fact, you'll never guess who I had in the back of my cab the other day.
2. In my job, one of the most important things is to stay calm, because sometimes it's a matter of life and death. We give emergency first aid, and if necessary, we have to get people to hospital as quickly as possible. It's important to be decisive, to be able to make the right decision at the right time. 3.
My job is both an indoor and an outdoor job. I spend quite a lot of time in the office working on plans for buildings and bridges and so on, but I also spend a lot of time on site working with architects and builders. My job really suits me because it's about practical things, but you need technical skills.
4.
My job's quite tiring. I'm on my feet all day. You have to be patient, too. Most customers are really nice, but there are one or two who are just so difficult to please. They say, "This isn't what I ordered," when you know it was what they ordered. Or, "This is too salty," or "This is too spicy." But you have to remember, the customer is always right.
5.
I was always interested in more practical things at school, but I didn't want to go to university, so I got a job as a trainee in a garage. And now I've got my own business, and I've got quite a lot of regular customers whose cars I look after. I've always liked cars, and I've got quite a nice car of my own.
6. I work at the health centre, but I also do some work at the local football club because I specialised in sports injuries when I did my training. It's important to get people moving again after an injury or an operation, but you have to do it very slowly. You start with moving the arm or the leg very gently to begin with, and you give people exercises that they can do at home, which is all part of the process of healing and getting better.
So have you got all the answers?
Kind of.
No.
No. Okay, then I'll play it again.
Okay.
Track 24.
1.
You have to like people doing the job I do, and you have to be very patient, because sometimes the traffic's quite heavy and it takes a long time to get from A to B. But you do meet some interesting people. In fact, you'll never guess who I had in the back of my cab the other day.
2. In my job, one of the most important things is to stay calm, because sometimes it's a matter of life and death. We give emergency first aid, and if necessary, we have to get people to hospital as quickly as possible. It's important to be decisive, to be able to make the right decision at the right time. 3.
My job is both an indoor and an outdoor job. I spend quite a lot of time in the office working on plans for buildings and bridges and so on, but I also spend a lot of time on site working with architects and builders. My job really suits me because it's about practical things, but you need technical skills.
4.
My job's quite tiring. I'm on my feet all day. You have to be patient, too. Most customers are really nice, but there are one or two who are just so difficult to please. They say, "This isn't what I ordered," when you know it was what they ordered. Or, "This is too salty," or "This is too spicy." But you have to remember, the customer is always right.
5.
I was always interested in more practical things at school, but I didn't want to go to university, so I got a job as a trainee in a garage. And now I've got my own business, and I've got quite a lot of regular customers whose cars I look after. I've always liked cars, and I've got quite a nice car of my own.
6. I work at the health centre, but I also do some work at the local football club because I specialised in sports injuries when I did my training. It's important to get people moving again after an injury or an operation, but you have to do it very slowly. You start with moving the arm or the leg very gently to begin with, and you give people exercises that they can do at home, which is all part of the process of healing and getting better.
Okay, so what is number 1?
Taxi driver.
Taxi driver.
Traffic warden.
Traffic warden. I feel.
Traffic warden.
Traffic warden.
Taxi driver. Which one is true?
I think traffic warden.
Traffic
I
warden.
think traffic warden.
Traffic warden and taxi driver. So we'll listen again for number 1, okay, later. So how about number 2?
Yes, I think it's like doctor.
And
Oh my
it is a-
god. Nurse.
I'm not sure about doctor or nurse. I think paramedic.
And is there any more answer?
Paramedic.
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 Well done, nurse, paramedic. So we also have the
Paramedic.
So how about 3?
Engineer.
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 Engineer. Okay. Yes, correct. 4.
Car mechanic.
Car mechanic.
4.
Waitress.
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 And 5.
Car mechanic.
Car mechanic. And 6.
Physiotherapist.
Physiotherapist, yes.
Traffic.
So we'll listen for number 1, right? So listen carefully this time, okay?
Track 24.
1.
You have to like people doing the job I do, and you have to be very patient, because sometimes the traffic's quite heavy, and it takes a long time to get from A to B. But you do meet some interesting people. In fact, you'll never guess who I had in the back of my cab.
Okay, so taxi driver or traffic warden?
Taxi driver.
Taxi driver.
First, you need to like people, right? And he said like it takes a long time to get from A to B. So that is taxi driver, it's not traffic warden, right? So we'll listen for number 2 again.
2. In my job, one of the most important things is to stay calm, because sometimes it's a matter of life and death. We give emergency first aid, and if necessary, we have to get people to hospital as quickly as possible.
So what is that?
Paramedic.
Paramedic.
Paramedic, yes. We have to take them to the hospital, right? And they have to give a first aid. So that is paramedic, so not doctor or not nurse, okay? So have you got all the answers? For number 2?
Yes, chef.
Yes, chef.
Yes.
So we'll move to number 3 now. So listen again. So you have to listen again. And who talk about the following? So there is a phrase, walking at a football club. So who walk at a football club? So you have to listen again. So you have to pay attention to these phrases, right? Walk at a football club, meet interesting people, life and death situation, walking inside and outside, dealing with difficult customers, and having their own business. So pay attention to these phrases.
Track 24.
1,
You have to like people doing the job I do, and you have to be very patient because sometimes the traffic's quite heavy and it takes a long time to get from A to B. But you do meet some interesting people. In fact, you'll never guess who I had in the back of my cab the other day.
2. In my job, one of the most important things is to stay calm, because sometimes it's a matter of life and death. We give emergency first aid, and if necessary, we have to get people to hospital as quickly as possible. It's important to be decisive, to be able to make the right decision at the right time. 3.
My job is both an indoor and an outdoor job. I spend quite a lot of time in the office working on plans for buildings and bridges and so on, but I also spend a lot of time on site working with architects and builders. My job really suits me because it's about practical things, but you need technical skills.
4.
My job's quite tiring. I'm on my feet all day. You have to be patient, too. Most customers are really nice, but there are 1 or 2 who are just so difficult to please. They say, "This isn't what I ordered," when you know it was what they ordered. Or, "This is too salty," or "This is too spicy." But you have to remember, the customer is always right.
5.
I was always interested in more practical things at school, but I didn't want to go to university, so I got a job as a trainee in a garage. And now I've got my own business, and I've got quite a lot of regular customers whose cars I look after. I've always liked cars, and I've got quite a nice car of my own.
6. I work at the health centre, but I also do some work at the local football club, because I specialised in sports injuries when I did my training. It's important to get people moving again after an injury or an operation, but you have to do it very slowly. You start with moving the arm or the leg very gently to begin with, and you give people exercises that they can do at home, which is all part of the process of healing and getting better.
So have you got all the answers? What is number 1? What is the answer for number 1?
Physiotherapist.
Physiotherapist, right? Because she worked at a local football club or something, right? So she's working at a football club. How about meeting interesting people?
Taxi driver.
Taxi driver.
Taxi driver.
Taxi driver. How about life and death situations?
Paramedic.
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 Paramedic, yeah. So who walk inside and outside?
Engineer.
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 And who deal with difficult customers?
Waitress.
Waitress.
Waiter.
And
Waiter
who have
or
their own
waitress?
business?
Car mechanic.
Mechanic.
Car mechanic.
Mechanic.
So have you got all the answers for number 3?
Yes.
Yeah. So shall we move to number 4?
Yes.
So add
Yes.
the correct suffixes to the one to make the job title. Okay, so first, what is the suffix then? What is suffix? What is it?
We put
Like ER and those kind of things.
group of
So in
letters
English,
at the end of the
suffix for
word.
job title. So a suffix is a group of letters at the end of the word. Several job titles end in common suffix such as ISC, ER, IAN, IC. ANT or PR, right? Sorry, OR, right? So these are the services for the job title. For example, like driver, right? Physiotherapy, physiotherapist, IST. So just like that. So these are the services that concern with the job title. Okay, so we'll do number 4. Okay, so musician. So how about
Writer.
writer? Yes, right? Writer. How about farm worker?
Farmer.
Farm
Just
worker.
to the answer.
Sorry. How about
Actor.
Actor.
Actress.
journal?
Journalist.
How about build?
Builder.
How about direct?
Director.
Director. How about gardener?
Gardener.
How about design?
Designer.
How about flight attendant?
Flight attendant.
Flight attendant.
Yes.
Okay. So we call surface, right? That comes at the end of the word. So how about the groups of words that can in front of the word? How do we call that?
Prefix.
Prefix. So how do we call both prefix and suffix?
Affix.
Affix, yes. Okay, so you know about affixes, so I don't need to explain that again, right? So just like this, I will show you right here. Affixes has like prefix and suffix. So prefix that comes in front of the root words and suffix that comes behind the root words, right? So prefix and suffix, and there is a root word at the middle, right? So these are the prefixes like and, miss, this, and there are also meanings, right? Miss, enable, incomplete, re means again, right? So these are the prefixes and these are the suffixes, like that. Okay, so we'll move to speaking part. So what in groups and talk about the people you know and the job they do. For example, like my mom's work in banking, and my dad is a sales manager and he works for an import and export company. So work for. So there are different prepositions that comes after words, right? So how do we know that? In which situation do we have to use in, or in which situation do we have to use for? How do you think? And sometimes we use at, right? So how do we know whether we have to use in or whether we have to use for or at? How can we know that? Do you know that?
Works in verb ing.
What's in verb ing? And what's for?
A place.
Place. So how about work in a shop? There is no verb ing there.
I don't know.
I have no
We're
idea.
not sure about that. Okay, so I'll show you. There are different prepositions that comes after work. So when you're talking about a place or a field, we have to use in. For example, like she was in a shop. So we are talking about the place, right? She was in a library. So these are the place that we are talking about. So she was in a shop, she was in a library. So in that situation, we have to use in. And when we are talking about field, she was in marketing, she was in computing, she was in education, like that. So when we are talking about the field or when we are talking about the place, we have to use in. Got it? And for, when we are talking about the person or company or organization, can use for. For example, like she works for a pharmaceutical company, or how long have you been working for this organization? So with a company or with an organization, we have to use for. Or we can also use with person. She works for example, Mr. Smith, like that. So we can use with a person or company or organization. So in that situation, we have to use work for. And for what at, when you are talking about a particular place or a particular organization, we have to use at. For example, I have been working at Ministries of Education. So there is only one Ministries of Education, right? So that is kind of like a particular place. So that is why we have to use at, not in. So at Ministries of Education. And when you're talking about a specific place, like I'm working at a store in my area this summer. So it is more specific than I am working in a bookstore. Right, so if you we are talking about a particular place, we use at, walk at. Got it? Okay, and
Yes.
yeah,
I mean, yes.
okay, and when we are talking about project or test, we use work on. We are working on the project. We are working on a test, like that. And when you are talking about someone, for example, I work with my partner, who is my friend, just like that. We can use like that, work with someone. And we can also use at with occupation. I work as a teacher, or I'm working as a teacher. So there are altogether 6 different situations with 6 different words. So is that clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, yeah.
And then all we want. Okay. À, so work này tổng đàn phải không?
Yes.
Yes, yeah.
Nó mì là?
Me by.
Mami by.
À, so 제가 그날 내가 삐가 아니잖아, 삐가 미면.
Yeah, by.
Okay, so we'll move to as I said, I'm your no? Don't let solution. So a day in life. So we'll move to reading. So to be a firefighter, what kind of person do you need to be? Okay, so tell me, what kind of person do you need to be? So you can use the adjective that we learned from Unit 11. So to be a firefighter, what qualities or what character, what personality do we need to have?
We have to be
Brave,
brave,
Sai.
decisive,
strength,
Sai.
strength,
Bravery.
is that all?
and like to help other. Like sometimes we have to give our life to help the children or something like that.
So we need to sacrifice ourselves for the others, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And is there any other quality that's
You need to be strong.
strong? We need to be strong. Yes.
Yes. You need to be brave.
We need to be brave. You guys are repeating the words again and again. Okay. So brave, decisive, strong, right? And need to be sacrifice for the others. Yes. Okay. So we'll move to reading. So read this description of a typical day. So there is a typical day, right? In the life of a firefighter, is there anything that surprised you? So read her test and tell me, is there anything that surprised you? Okay. to finish reading? So is there anything that surprised you?
Yes.
Is there anything that surprised you? No or yes?
Not really.
Hmm? You mean no?
Not really.
Not
Yes,
really.
not
Okay.
really.
Not really. Okay, then we can move to vocabulary part. So find a word in the text for the following. So there are the phrases. So you have to find a word or a group of words that have a similar meaning with these phrases in the text. Okay. So for example, like people who work without being paid, especially work that involve being helping people, so that is volunteer. So just like that, you have to find the words that have a similar meaning with these phrases. Okay. Can you see the last line in your book? Because it's
Yes.
like
Yeah.
twice.
Yes.
No.
No?
Yes.
Okay. If you can see, you can read here. Just it is too white. I even can't see in my book. That is why. Let's see, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, Ture Mintai, are you there? Ture Mintai, are you there? Ture, are you there? Sumyang, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, Minyeche, you are there, right?
Yes.
Ellen, are you there?
Yes.
Yes. Linger?
Yes.
Yes. Nye Chen?
Yes, sure.
Yes. And Cindy, Basi, Tamanjo. Ture Mintai, are you there? Simon Chen, are you there? Simon Chen, okay. Aga, are you there?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Pupu, are you there?
Yes.
Andy, are you there?
Yes.
Tommy Ken, are you there?
Yes.
Yes. Angel, you are you there?
Yes.
Han Susan, are you there?
Yes.
Yes. Hinta, are you there?
Yes.
Sun Tu and C, are you there?
Yes, teacher.
Anka Nine, are you there?
Yes. Yes, teacher.
Toki, are you there?
Yes, teacher.
Lamiang.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. on TV on. Yes, Leon, you can come back later then.
Thank you, teacher.
Okay, so anyway, you are in front of the laptop, right? Okay, then. So have you finished?
Yes.
Yes. Okay,
Yes.
so we'll check the answers. And things you have to do as part of your job.
Duties.
Duty, yes. And how about three serious or dangerous situations that need immediate action?
Emergency.
Emergency.
Emergency. People living in a particular area.
Community.
Community, yes, community. And pipes at the side of the road connected to the water system and used to get water to stop fire.
Firefighter.
Hydrants. Correct. How about 6? A careful look at something to check for example, that is walking probably.
Inspection.
Inspections, right?
Inspection.
Inspection, yes. How about a period of work in a place such as a factory or a hospital?
Shift.
Shift, yes, shift. The answer is right here, right? Shift. And the last one, to set be responsible for something.
Take over.
Yes, take over. Got it?
Yes.
Everyone, have you got all the answers for number 2?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, then we'll move to number 3. Read the text again and write what does the firefighter feel about different aspects of her job and what does she enjoy and what isn't she so keen on. So how can we know the firefighter feel about the different aspects of my job? How can we know that?
By reading.
Hmm?
By reading it.
By reading it. We can know depends on the phrases that she used, right? For example, like I don't feel like, right? I don't feel like working out. So we can know her mood, right? She doesn't like that much.
Yes.
I don't feel like working out. Or is there any other phrases that show her emotions? Like I don't mind.
We all enjoy.
Yes, I don't mind, or we all enjoy. And I'm interested in, right?
I'm interested in.
Yeah. And is there any other phrase? Okay, so how about the second question? What does she enjoy? What does she enjoy?
She enjoys sitting down and having a break for lunch.
Yes, she enjoys the break time, right? Sitting down and having a lunch together. So she enjoys having a break. And how about what isn't she so keen on?
She's not so keen on working out.
Yes, working out, this one, right? Doesn't feel like, it's the same way, doesn't keen on, right? Isn't keen on, so they're the same. So she's not keen on working out and she enjoys sitting down and having a break for lunchtime. Got it?
Yes.
Yeah, so we'll move to use of grammar verb and prepositions followed by verb ing. So we'll now study the verb. So we'll talk about the verb that follow verb ing and the preposition that follow ing too. So we'll study the verb first, okay? So there are some verbs that follow verb ing after that. For example, I can't risk. Risk plus ing, right? I can't risk taking out. I don't feel like, so like plus verb ing, right? I don't feel like working out, as well as responding to emergency. And we always, so that is about prepositions, right? So we'll only look at these two sentences. The risk plus verb ing, like plus verb ing. So you can't risk taking out, or I don't feel like working out. So there are also other words that follow verb ing. So how can we use advice that follow verb ing in a sentence? Can you give me one example? Advice. For example, I advise drinking alcohol, or I advise smoking. So can you give me another example sentence?
My father advised driving too first.
My father advised driving too fast. Yes, so just like that.
I avoid doing homework.
You can't. I avoid doing homework. Seriously, Fuzzy?
Sometimes not.
Sometimes, not all the time, right?
Not all the time, yeah.
Okay. So you have to write the sentences, okay, by using these words, and you have to follow with verb ing after these verbs, okay? So I'll give you like 5 minutes to write the sentences, and after that I'll ask you, okay? So we have finished advice. So you have to write enjoy, feel like, finish, give up, involve, practice, rate, and suggest. And I'll ask you guys one by one, okay? So 5 minutes from now.
Teacher, like for finishes, can we use finishing app? I will type it in the chat.
I will.
I will type it in the chat.
Okay. Finishing up. You may can you use finishing up, right?
Yes.
Actually, you have to use finish plus and another verb with ing form. For example, I finished doing homework, like that.
I got it.
Yeah. So there are example words here like involve plus going out, right? So that is involve plus of ing, read, taking out, read plus of ing, and enjoy sitting down. So enjoy plus of ing. So just like that, you have to use like that. I don't mind doing plus of ing. I think that's all. Feel like working out. 5 plus of ing. Includes plus of ing. Finish plus of ing. So you can look these as an example sentence. And there's also practice. Practice cutting cards. So have you finished?
Not yet, teacher.
Not yet. So guys, have you finished?
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Okay. So I will start with Percy. Percy,
Why me first?
because you say you take homework, right?
Uh,
So it means that you love classwork. Am I right?
I don't mean that.
Okay. Okay, so can you tell me the sentences with feel like, involve, and practice? Only 3 words.
Teacher, I
Three
skip
sentences.
involve.
Why do you
I
skip
skip
involve?
because I can't think about it, so I skip it.
Actually, there is even an equal sentence, right? Involve.
I see it.
There is no involve going out, right? So
Yeah.
you can see that this activity involves speaking in English, right? So you can write like that. Okay, then I will change the word for you. Finish.
Start with I feel like having a snack,
Right
and
now,
my girlfriend was threatening to finish our relationship.
my girlfriend is ready to finish our relationship, but you have to follow both ing behind finish, right?
Yeah.
So how can you transform that sentence?
Wait a second.
But see, I say that
Yeah, I'm still here.
you're
But
still thinking.
yes.
So I
I'm
will remove
thinking.
this one for you then. How about rate?
I practice my sorry, do it wrong and I got it.
Actually, yes, you have to follow the pattern. These both plus verb ing. And you didn't follow that pattern. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I do it wrong.
Okay. So I'll skip you for a while then. So you guys, did you follow the pattern? Everyone? Okay. Okay, so firstly, I'll cover you later, okay? So try to correct your sentences, okay? So how about Cindy? Can you tell me the sentences with feel like, practice, and breaks?
Critics and risks. Yeah, okay. I feel like someone's cheating on me, and I practice my rapport like him these days. He risked his life by saving that girl.
So you didn't follow the pattern too, right, Cindy?
Yes, I guess.
တနေ့လူတွေရောတစ်ချက်သုံးခိုင်းတာလေဒီစလုံးတွေကိုလေအနောက်မှာ INC form နဲ့သုံးခိုင်းတာအဲ့ဒါချက်ဒီမှာ example လေးတားပေးထားရချက်ဒီသူ့တိုင်းသုံးရမှာပေါ့အဲ့တော့ break ရဲ့နောက်မှာ INC လိုက်တယ်ဟုတ်တယ်နော် pay ရဲ့နောက် like ရဲ့နောက်မှာ INC လိုက်တယ်ပြီးတော့ involve ရဲ့နောက်မှာ INC လိုက်တယ်အဲ့တော့ INC လိုက်တဲ့ pattern လေးနဲ့ချက်သုံးမျိုးစုံသုံးခိုင်းတာအဲ့တော့တနေ့လူတွေရောအဲ့လိုပဲရေးထားကြလားအဲ့ချက်နှစ်ယောက်လုံးမေးရနှစ်ယောက်လုံးအဲ့တိုင်းဖြေထားတာဆိုတနေ့လူတွေရော INC လိုက်ထားလား
Teacher တချို့ဟာအရာကြတော့လိုက်ပြီးတော့အဲ့လိုမျိုးဖြစ်သွား
Okay အဲ့ဆိုကျွန်တော်တို့ပဲရေးတော့မယ်နည်းနည်းနားချက်သွားတာလားအဲ့တော့ခဏ advice လုပ်ကြတယ်ဟုတ်နော် so for example I advise ခဏပါစီ example sentence ပြောင်းမှန်းတာပဲ I advise ပါလေ doing homework လို့ပြောသွားတယ်နော် advise doing ဆိုတော့ကျွန်တော် advise နံပါတ် ING လိုက်ပါတယ်အဲ့လို pattern လေးသုံးခိုင်းတာအဲ့တော့ I advise drinking alcohol I advise smoking like that I advise eating snacks at night so just like that you have to follow ING after these verbs okay so word think together enjoy how about enjoy for example I enjoy walking in the evening
I enjoy killing mosquitoes.
Playing basketball.
I enjoy trying out new restaurants.
yes
I enjoy killing mosquitoes.
Fuzzy you just look like a psychopath
Yeah, like the pattern is we have to do like a ကက်ရက်လိုက်ရမှာဒီပဲဖိုင်
ကဲ့ရလိုက်ရမှာဟုတ်တယ်ကဲ့ရဖြစ်နေရမှာအဲ့တော့ခဏပါလဲ Fuzzy ပြောလိုက်တာ I enjoy killing mosquitoes ဟုတ်တယ်နော် mosquito ချက်ခဏပြောတာ I enjoy walking in the evening in the park ဟုတ်တယ်နော်ဘယ်လိုပြောလိုက်တာအဲ့တော့အဲ့လိုမျိုးကတ်လိုက်ရမှာ so how about feel like for example I feel like taking a nap right now like that
I feel like having lunch right now.
not even breakfast I feel like having lunch right now yes and is there any more example sentences for feel like
I feel like doing nothing.
yes one by one then so Nye Ichan first
I feel like doing nothing.
great Cindy
I feel like hanging out with my friends right now.
yes so how about finish
I finished doing my homework.
I finished doing my homework I finished doing my household chores and
Me and my
I
friends
finished playing game.
in our presentation.
Writing this letter.
yes and so Cindy first
Me and my friends finished doing our presentation.
okay so Alex
I finished playing games.
I finished playing games right
Yes.
yes and Susan
I haven't finished writing this letter.
I haven't finished writing this letter yes we can use that all right so how about give up
I give up practicing my handwriting.
I give up doing my maths homework.
you're talking about the homework again okay and
I give up watching the homework.
I give up watching
Homework.
okay so how about involve
Staying
example,
fit.
okay yeah it's Melissa
Staying fit involves doing exercise.
involve doing exercise yes we can use like that
My job involves traveling.
my job involves traveling yes we can use like that and is there any more example sentences for involve
Studying involves homework.
and laziness right okay And how about practice then? This time, practice.
I practice playing basketball.
I'm practice playing basketball. Yes, we can use like
Let's
that.
practice speaking.
I practice my typing.
Practice diving down. You cannot use mine behind.
Typing,
I
typing.
practice diving. Every evening like that. You can use like that. Okay.
Not diving, teacher. Typing.
Typing. Okay. So I'm practice typing. Right.
I
Yes.
practice writing skills.
I practice writing skills. Yes.
I practice learning Italian.
I practice
Learning Italian.
learning Italian. Okay. And how about Rick?
He risks breaking his legs to save his girlfriend.
He risks getting
Breaking
His leg.
okay. So is there any more example sentences for Rick?
I have one.
Yeah.
Like, can we follow an object after the verb?
Yes.
Before the I. Okay. Yes. Okay. So I wrote like, I can't risk my life challenging my mom.
So you can transform. I can't risk challenging. Right. You can.
Yes.
You can make it alternative for that sentence. Yes. I can't take risk challenging. And how about suggest?
The student suggests
Traveling together on summer holidays.
Okay. And first, you are saying something.
the student suggests this means our early to the teacher.
Suggest dismissing the class earlier, right? Okay.
Yes, I'm talking about that.
Okay. So just like that. So can you use that? သုံးထပ်မလားအဲ့ဒါဆိုလို့ရှိရင်
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. ခဏနားလည်မှုလွယ်သွားတာเนาะကျွန်တော်ဒီတိုင်းဆိုကျွန်တော်ရိုးရိုးပဲကွာရိုးရိုးရှင်းမဲ့သုံးလို့ရတယ်အဲ့ဒါမှကျွန်တော် another pattern တစ်ခုနဲ့စလုံးလှအောင်သုံးတာကိုပြောတာပို့ပြီးတော့လှသွားတယ်ကွာဒီစလုံးလေးနောက်က ing လိုက်လို့ရှိရင်အဲ့ဒါကျွန်တော် number တိုင်းသုံးတာတက်စားလို့ရှိရင်เนาะအဲ့တော့ဒါတော့ verb တွေကွာအဲ့တော့တချို့ verb တွေရဲ့နောက်မှာဒါတချို့လို့ပြောတာနော်ဒီ verb ဒါအကုန်မဟုတ်သေးဘူးတခြား verb တွေလည်းရှိသေးတယ်ဒီ ing လိုက်နေတဲ့ verb တွေเนาะနောက်တစ်ခုကကျတော့ prepositions လို့ပြောထားတယ်အဲ့တော့များသောအားဖြင့်ကျွန်တော် prepositions တွေနောက်မှာဆိုဘာလိုက်လိုက်ထားရှိလဲ verb လိုက်မယ်ဆိုရင်များသောအားဖြင့်ဘာလိုက်လဲ
infinitive
လိုက်လိုက်ထားရှိရများသောအားဖြင့်ဒါတော့အမြဲတက်လာတယ်လေ2 + 1 2 + 1ဒါပေမဲ့တစ်ခါကြောက်ရှင်ဆို2နောက်မှာ ing လိုက်တဲ့ actually မျိုးလည်းရှိရအဲ့ဒါကိုပြောတာကွာအဲ့တော့များသောအားဖြင့် prepositions တွေနောက်မှာကျွန်တော် verb 1နဲ့လိုက်တယ်ပေါ့ဟုတ်ပြီနော်ဒါပေမဲ့ဒီ verb တွေတစ်ခါလေးကြားလို့ရှိရင်လည်းဒီ prepositions တွေနောက်မှာကျွန်တော် ing လိုက်နိုင်တယ်လို့ပြောတာအဲ့တော့ तू က example ပြထားတာတွေကဘယ်နှမှရှိလဲ Okay ဒီမှာဆိုရင် interested in plus finding ဒီလား preposition in ဆိုတဲ့နောက်မှာကျွန်တော် ing လိုက်ထားတယ် on ဆိုတဲ့နောက်မှာ ing လိုက်ထားတယ် keen on learning interested in finding အဲ့လိုမျိုးအနောက်မှာ ing လိုက်နိုင်တဲ့အခြေအနေမျိုးလည်းရှိတယ်လို့ပြောတာဟုတ်ပြီနော်အဲ့တော့သူကအဲ့မှာ example ပြထားတဲ့ words တွေကပါတယ်လဲဆိုတော့by of တဲ့ by နဲ့ for တဲ့ before တဲ့ at တဲ့ without တဲ့ about တဲ့ okay so what is together နော်အတူပဲစနားအောင်ခဏလေးကြားလို့ရှင်ပြီးလို့ရှင်ဟိုလေးနားလည်းမလွယ်လာပြီ sentence တွေတော့လည်းထပ်လာမှာဆို okay so what start with of for example I'm tired of doing homework all the time အဲ့တော့ past tense တစ်ချက်ပြောပြလိုက်မယ်နော်အဲ့တော့ I'm tired of doing homework all the time အဲ့တော့တစ်ချိန်လုံး homework လုပ်ရတာညှိဝင်နေပြီဆိုတော့ tired of plus doing ing လိုက်ပြီဟုတ်နော် okay အဲ့တော့ by လေးနဲ့ပတ်သက်ပြီးပြောပြီ by fine 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 plus for ing
I always rest by avoiding the homework.
ပတ်စီ homework လုပ်ပဲတည်းထွက်လို့မရဘူးလား fine Fine advising. Yes, we
ကျွန်
can
တော်
use
တို့
like
တော့
that.
ဒါပဲတွေ့လို့ရသေးတယ်ချေ
Fine advising. Okay, so how about 4? 4.
My mom scolded me for not getting up early.
For not getting up. Okay, for not getting up early. Yes, we can use like that. No, you cannot. Yes,
spend money for buying presents.
yes, we can use like that for buying. Yeah. So how about before?
Before studying, I take relax.
Before studying, I take relax for like 3 hours, right? Before studying for 5 minutes, I take a rest for like 3 hours, right? Am I right? Okay, so how about
For me,
about?
I was take a
Yes?
rest for the whole series.
Okay, so how about?
I'm about thinking too much on this.
About?
Thinking too much on this.
Thinking too much. Okay, thinking too much. So is there any more sentences concerned with this prepositions? Plus verb ing. ရှိသေးလားရှိတော့လား
ရှိတော့ခုလောဆယ်စဉ်းစားလို့
ဒါပေမဲ့အဲ့ဆိုရှင်းသွားပြီเนาะဒီချက်ခဏပြောဒီဟာတွေအကုန်လုံးတော့မှာဆိုverb ing သုံးပြီးတော့လိုက်တာလိုက်တဲ့ pattern လေးရေးတတ်မယ်เนาะနောက်ကျရင် reading sorry ကိုယ့်ရဲ့ writing တွေမှာပြန်ထည့်သုံးလို့ရအောင်လို့
ကျွန်တော် homework တွေကိုကောင်းကောင်းရှောင်လို့ရပါတယ်ချေ
homework တွေကို
ကောင်းကြီးလို့ရှောင်လို့ရပါပြီလို့
Okay okay အဲ့တော့ So how many examples of Bob are we have finished this one, right? So for speaking, number 5, complete these questions, then ask and answer them with a partner and give reason for your answer. Would you consider working as a firefighter? So how about you? Would you enjoy
doing a job
which involve danger? So enjoy plus doing, right? 3, would you do a job which involve
working shift?
Yes, walking shift, right? So involve plus walking. And 4, would you do a job which meant
giving up your social life?
Giving up your social life. So meant plus giving up. So meant ing, right? Mean ing. And would you mind
traveling to
other countries for your job? So would you mind plus traveling to ing, right? And when you finish, when do you want to get a great job straight away?
Studying.
So finish plus verb ing. So just like that. So can you use that?
Yes, Chair.
Okay. So we don't ask and answer the question. Okay, as it takes time.
That's the best idea.
So what about becoming a? So who are the people you admire? What job do you do? So you will have admire a person, right? And they will have a job, right? So who do you admire, Cindy?
My dad.
My dad. And what job does he do?
Like he's just a businessman, but at home, if something's go down, he can repair everything. So we don't need to go to the like mechanic or something like that. So I really admire him.
So that's your dad, right? So how about Fancy? How about you?
I have many admire.
So can you choose one?
But as for now, I love Kurt Cobain, the guitarist of Nirvana.
Who is that?
Guitarist of Nirvana and lead vocalist.
Vocalist. Okay. Okay, so just like that, you may have people you admire, right? Okay, so we'll move to reading. So read and complete the questions in the questionnaire. So first, we will complete these question words with the question words, okay? What will you be doing in 10 years? So we'll talk about the future this time. So please fill the blanks with the question words first, and after that, we'll check together, okay? Okay, so either you guys have finished.
Okay, by the way, why are you smiling alone?
This is only the very first period, right? You still have like 2 more periods to attend.
To be honest, like, I really feel hungry right now.
Okay. Okay, so number 1, what sort of person are you and what is the answer?
What 3 subjects would you
Which?
use?
Which, right? Yes. Which 3 adjectives would you use to describe yourself? Yes, correct. How about 2?
What are you interested in?
What?
What are you interested in? Correct. So what, right? So how about 3?
Are you and
Are you?
Are you an indoor person or an outdoor person? Yes, correct. How about 4?
What do you feel about taking risks?
How do you feel about
How do you feel about taking risks?
Yes, how, right? How do you feel about taking risks? How do you feel? And how about 5?
Do you think you will go to
Do
university?
you think you will go to university?
Do you think you will go to university? Yes. How about 6? Glenn, you good at working in a team?
Are you good at working?
Are you good at
Are you
working
good
in
at
a
working
team?
in a team?
Are you good at working in a team? And 7.
How much
How
time?
much time do you spend on the
Time
computer
do you
each
spend
day?
at the computer?
How much time do you spend at the computer each day? And 8.
Would you like to have your
own?
If you have your own business, or would you be happy to work from home?
Would you like to have your own business or would you be happy to work for someone else? And 9.
Would you consider working as a volunteer?
Yes. Would you consider working as a volunteer? How about 10?
What are your ambitions?
What are your ambitions? So you have the questions, right?
Yeah, but like, for number 2, this I also like, who are you interested in? If that's possible.
Number 2.
Yeah, who are you interested in? Is that possible?
Who?
Yeah.
Yes, you can ask. Who are you interested in? Yes, you can ask that thing too. But it will have like another meaning, right? Who are you interested in and what are you interested in, right? Okay, so I will ask one of the questions to one of you, okay? So I want to ask Mimiete.
Okay.
So I will ask you one of the questions from here. Are you an indoor person or an outdoor person?
I am an indoor person. I can even go out to like many places. And also, I don't like going out. I love staying in, and sometimes I stay in my house for the whole day.
So you're an indoor person.
Yes.
Okay, so Mimieta, you can choose the questions from from there, and you can choose one of your classmates. So you can ask any question from here to them.
Okay, Cindy, what are your ambitions?
Like my ambitions to become a medical teacher. Yeah, that's mine right now.
Okay, so Cindy, choose a classmate and choose the question that you want to ask them.
Alice.
Alice.
Yeah.
Aka, yes, you can go.
Who are you interested in?
I think right now I'm interested in Elon Musk because of his ambitions and his goal to colonize Mars as well.
Okay, so Alice, it's your turn.
Sai Pei-Shan.
Yes.
What sort of person are you? Which 3 adjectives would you use to describe yourself?
I'm indoor person.
And simultaneously, you have to give 3 adjectives that can describe you. So you have to give the 3 adjectives that we have learned in Unit 11.
Okay.
Show your character or personality. Sao chia sẻ IC đây ta?
Yes.
Are you thinking?
Yes.
So give just 3 adjectives. So as you said, you are an indoor person. You must be like quiet, right?
Yeah. I'm quite shy.
Shy,
Patient.
patient. Okay. So something it's your turn to ask a question and choose one of your classmates.
Tu rain. Minh Thạnh.
Rain and time. Rain, are you there? Rainခေါ်လို့မရဘူး Rain ကသူတို့နားမှာပါလေမင်္ဂလာဆောင်ရှိလို့ဆိုတာမသိဘူးဟိုကအတန်ဖွင့်လို့မရဘူးပြောရတာတခြားတဲ့ကိုရေးလိုက်နော်
Lenga.
Linga.
Are you an indoor person or outdoor person? Which 3 adjectives would you use to describe yourself?
Good question. Okay.
We combine the 2 questions. Yes, you have to answer anyway.
Okay, so I think I'm an outdoor person because I love myself being outdoor, and yeah. So 3 adjectives that describe me. I think I've already like honest, and I forgot. Actually, I can only think of one. Honest.
Okay. So Vega, it's your turn to ask a question to one of your classmates.
Okay. So, hey Dao.
Hey Tao, are you there?
Yes.
Okay, so my question is, how much time do you spend at the computer each day?
I spent about 6 or 7 hours at the each.
Okay, impressive.
Okay, so Hey
Okay.
Tao, it's your turn.
Yes. I got you.
Aka. Aka, are you there?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you think you will go to university?
Hello? Can you repeat it?
Do you think you will go to university?
Yes, yes, I think I will go to the university. Yeah. Because I want to be a session.
Okay. Okay, so now Aka, it's your turn to ask a question.
Tu Rain.
သူရင်ခေါ်လို့မရတာသူရင်ကသူ့ဘက်ကအတန်ဆူနေလို့ပဲသူကပြောလို့စင်မပြေဘူးတခြားတယောက်ခေါ်
So who left? Teacher.
ညာကြံနေတယ်နည်းနည်းပဲပြီးသေးတယ်
Tôm Yang.
သုံးရရဲ့
Yes.
What are you interested in?
What are you interested in?
English and math.
Samyang, did you answer English and maths, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Great.
It's your turn. It's your turn to ask the question. Samyang.
I think Alex is left.
Alice ပြီးသွားတာ
လာမင်းအောင်
Samyang. Okay. Samyang.
Do you like playing games?
Yeah.
Samyang,
Which
actually
game
you have to choose from this question. Samyang, are you still there?
Yes.
You have to choose the questions from 1 up to 10. So can you choose again?
Oh, wait.
Yeah. Okay, then Lamyang, choose another one and ask a question to them.
Okay, Cao Hanai.
How can I?
Are you an indoor person or outdoor person?
Indoor person.
I am an indoor person. Sentence လေးအပြည့်စုံတော့မဖြေကြဘူးကြ။အရင်အင်းစီရဲ့ရေးကြလေး။ Okay, so ကောင်းခန့်နိုင် right? So choose the last person and ask a question to them. Choose from the girls. မိန်းကလေးတွေကရွေးတာ
တက်မွန်ကျော်
တက်မွန်ကျော် Okay.
Yes, sir.
Choose the question တာ
Who are you interested in?
What are you or who are you?
What are I mean? What are you? What are you?
What are you interested in? Yes.
I interested in reading the poem.
Read the poem. Okay. Okay. So as the time is up now, I want to stop here for today. So is there any question for today's lesson?
No.
No, as is 11, right? Okay, then, so I'll stop here. So we'll see you next week, right?
Yes.
Yes, okay. So
Bye-bye, teacher. Have a nice day.
Teacher, bye-bye.
Bye, teacher.
Bye, teacher.
Bye, teacher.
Bye bye, Jay.
bye-bye.
Bye, teacher.
Bye-bye.